Hello, welcome to my channel. This is a bit of a different video to what I usually do, but I've got weddings at the weekend and I want to practice my makeup, so I thought I'd maybe just do like a sit down talking video while I practice my makeup, and maybe do this as like a little series. I was going to call it like Blush and Blab, but I just thought I would sit and like explain my intentions for this YouTube channel and like my plans going forward. And yeah, just stuff like that, general life and business things. Just because I've like done a few videos now, but I haven't really, I feel like I don't do that much talking, and I haven't like explained what's going on, I guess. So I thought I would just sit down, practice my makeup and talk at the camera for a bit. So sorry for like the extreme close-up of my face, but this is what we're working with today. And also, I'm not good at doing like my base makeup, so if anyone sees something that I'm doing wrong, please let me know so I can improve. But I'm just starting off with a moisturiser. Also, this isn't meant to be a makeup tutorial, I'm just doing it. But yeah, so I know that I take like ages in between videos. I upload one and then it's like a month at least until the next one comes out. But at the minute I'm trying to mix like business behind the scenes videos and house renovation, oopsie daisy, and house renovation videos, and also just like general life, I guess. But because house reno's taken so long and I want to show the different stages, like I'll do one video but then it's like it's months until we've done the next lot of work, so I've kind of got like a half edited video just waiting for us to finish the next project. But yeah, I mean, I still enjoy doing them. It's just the editing does take so long. But I think I just need to do it more often and get into the swing of things, which I'm definitely like seeing a difference the more I do it, but it's kind of just starting. It's quite overwhelming sometimes when you've got like loads of footage and you're cropping it down to like 15-20 minutes. So yeah, I'm going with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in pink because I think I'm like quite pink undertone pale skin, and I think I've been enjoying this primer, to be honest. I think it's a good one. So yeah, I recently rebranded my entire business from Beth and Creates into, well, and it's becoming Into the Wild Studio, which I've been wanting to do for like at least a year. I just wanted to make sure that I was like definitely happy with that name before I committed to changing everything. And then like redesigning the logo was like kind of daunting because my business as it stands, as it was Beth and Creates, I went through like 3 logos in 5 years. Just because I'm not very good at making up my mind, and I kept changing it like ever so slightly. It was like the same theme but just like slight differences. But the other overall like brand, like aesthetic and like vibe that I'm going for hasn't changed. But yeah, so basically with my rebranding to Into the Wild Studio, I kind of wanted it to be more serious and like I want to be able to see my products in shops, and I feel like Beth and Creates just sounded a bit like, I don't want to say juvenile, but I just didn't really resonate with it anymore, and I just wasn't vibing with that name. But I chose that name like, well, obviously in 2020 when I started the business, but I chose it because I didn't want it to sound too like niche. Like I didn't want it to be specific to painting or specific to cross stitching. Like I wanted it to be broad because I do a lot of different things. So it did work at the time and I quite liked having my name in it, but now, yeah, I just wanted something different, to be honest. Right, what am I doing next with my makeup? Eyebrows. I use a MAC eyebrow powder, which I've had for years and years. So yeah, so I wanted to be a more serious brand, so it took me ages to like just build up the courage to just go for it, and create the new logo, because I want to have like better like branded, what's the word, like packaging and like posters. Like, and when I do markets, it'd be nice to have like big signs and stuff to explain, like to have my logo and explain the brand. At the minute it's just I printed out my second edition of my logo on A3 paper and stuck it onto some cardboard to hang, which worked okay, but it's not very professional, I guess, and it's a bit flimsy. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's just not what I want to continue going forward. So I wanted to make sure I had a brand that I was definitely happy with and that I could invest the money and time into creating those extra like branding products for me to like better advertise in my business, I guess. So that's where I'm up to now. I've literally just figured out how to update my Squarespace like website domain and details with the new name. I just need to figure out my Google email now. I think I'm nearly there with linking in the old linking in the new name and getting rid of references to my old name. It's just a bit of a faff. So then my next plans are to do better product photography of everything, because I done it all years ago and I mean it's fine, but I could definitely do better, and I watch other small businesses on YouTube and get a lot of inspiration from them and see how they do things. And I know that like the first photos I took of like my products worked for like my art prints, but then I've got like new products that I've just never took photos of, like key rings and mugs, because I kind of got them originally just for market stalls and I wasn't gonna list them on my website, but now I'm leaning away from doing so many markets. Like I used to do a few a year, but it just takes up so much time and so much energy, and I don't get out of it what I put into it, so it's kind of not worth my time, or at least not as much when I'm not. I think while I'm still building my brand, my business, and getting it to a better place, I think my time's better spent there than in markets right now. Like I'll definitely still do markets, and I want to do a Christmas one this year, but doing like loads of a summer and stuff, it's just not really where I value my time as much. And I mean, it is they're long days. It's like you set up usually 9ish, it starts at 10 and runs on until 3 or 4. So, and then depending on the weather, like if you just stood there in the cold wind and rain and then not many people are there. Not to sound so negative about markets, like I know people do make loads of money on markets and do get good business there, but I just can't relate at the minute. And I think because like when you're selling art prints on a windy day, it's a bit of a nightmare. How do my eyebrows look? They're okay. I am going to tint my eyebrows this week before the wedding, so that should be less hassle to do them. I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, which I think is like Charlotte Tilbury dupe. It's in the lightest shade, which is fair, but it's still a bit too dark for my skin. Like it kind of blends out okay and it doesn't look that bad. But then I've got this Dream Satin Liquid by Maybelline, which I've had again for years. It's probably expired, but it's a bit more to my skin colour. Doesn't look that much of a match in the bottle, but it does blend out a bit better, so I'm going to practice with this for the day. So I got the e.l.f. in Fair Beige, but because I'm like pink undertoned, I have this from MAC. So I've started mixing my concealer with this pink on the back of my hand and then dabbing it on. So I'm going to try that again today, because I mean, as you can see, the underneath of my eyes are just like very dark, and they've always been that way, so it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, market stalls. I did do one in the end of 31st of May, and the weather was absolutely atrocious. The whole event ended up finishing early because of it, but I mean, it would have been a nice day apart from the wind causing me havoc. So yeah, I'm not ruling out all market stalls. I'm just going to do them a bit less than what I used to do. I mean, I didn't do any at all last year, but I was kind of jumping from commission to commission last year, so I didn't put much time into my products to sell, if I'm being honest. My forehead looks so... Okay, I don't know how happy I am about that. Might not use that foundation at the weekend. So my general plans for the future of my business, I want to create more new art prints because I haven't actually released a new one in maybe 3 years because I've just been doing commissions when it comes to painting. So I definitely want to do more of that, and I want to experiment more with different media. So I'm going to try oil paints again, which I used to love oil paints, but again, I haven't created an oil painting picture since 2018 maybe. And I also want to try watercolour painting mixed with pencil or oil pastels, mixed media on one page, which I think would be fun. So yeah, I want to create more art prints, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep my existing, keep restocking my existing ones, or if I'm just gonna let them phase out. I'm not entirely sure. Some of them I'll definitely keep because some are they do keep selling, whereas some just kind of don't get the same traction. And I mean, I might end up repainting that scene in the style that I have today. I'm not sure. But for now, I'm just leaving them all on there, and I hope to introduce some new ones. I would really like to... I don't know how much I should say my future plans, but I'll just say it anyway. I'd really love to be able to sell my products in the shop in Keswick, Conquer Trading Post. I absolutely love that shop. It's totally my vibe. I kind of want the branding of my business to be a similar style, outdoorsy, nature. But mine, I'm leaning towards the more autumnal vibe, those colours. Yeah, I'd love to be able to sell my products in there one day, but I want to create new products that would be suited in a shop. So I was thinking a sticker book for all the Wainwrights, so you can collect little stickers, a bit like collecting Pokemon cards, but for the Wainwrights. And maybe even the lakes as well. If you've walked or swam in the lakes, have that as a section. And on a similar vibe, I'd like to do a colouring book for maybe Cumbria, maybe just the Wainwrights, I'm not sure, maybe a bit of both. I did do downloadable colouring sheets in lockdown that were free. I just uploaded them to my Facebook page so people could save them and print them. And that was really fun to do, so it would be good to do, even if I just release more singular sheets to download before I actually release a book. I'm not sure. And then I want to release more cross-stitch and embroidery pieces that aren't just commissions, because at the minute, the only cross-stitches I sell are personalised commissions that people have asked for, which my DMs are always open for them. I absolutely love creating my cross stitches. So yeah, I've definitely got more product ideas that I want to release. It's just finding the time to do everything that you want to do, as well as the business admin, especially now because I've rebranded and I'm figuring out my website, and I want to make that better because I don't really like how my website looks right now. Not that it's bad, but it could be a lot better. Especially because when you're paying so much money for these subscriptions for websites and stuff, I want it to be worthwhile, because at the minute I don't advertise my website at all, so I obviously don't get people going there to buy stuff. I just get my commissions through Instagram or Facebook DMs at the minute, and I'd like to drive more traffic to my website so everything's there. So yeah, I just have all these plans that I want to do, and it's like prioritising them and figuring out the time of when I'm going to do everything. And yeah, I just need to create more of a business plan and like a plan of action, I guess. Oh god. It looks a lot worse on the camera than it does in real life, but that's still not ideal. And this is what I don't understand when I do my makeup, like it just goes so like patchy. Anyways, at least I've done this practice now so it doesn't end up like this at the weekend, which was the whole point of doing this. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I watch these other small businesses on YouTube and like it feels like they have everything in control. They like do all this work in a day, and like I don't know, other people make it look so easy, and then I try to do it and I'm like, gosh, just overwhelming. There's so much I want to do, some like many aspirations that are just, I don't know. I mean, I will do them. It's just figuring out the order of which I'm doing things and what I'm going to put my time into first. But my plan today in particular is to do some product photography for my handmade keyrings, which I made specifically for the market in May. I sold a few. I sold a few before the market even started, which was like really good because it was like a brand new product that I released. So I've got loads left of it, so I want to list all of them on my website, and then when I sell them I'll buy more clasps and make some more keyrings. But for now I'm not going to make more because it's not like my priority for that. I'd rather make art prints as new products first. Right, eyeshadow. This is my little eyeshadow. I got this off Etsy, and it's like a magnetic one so you can create your own palette. So I depotted loads, and then I also have a second one which is like this, and these are just all the other ones that haven't made the cut into my main palette. I have hooded eyes, so I kind of go like quite heavy on my eyeshadow to make up for that. So yeah, on my Mondays off, now that I'm part-time, I do business stuff, but then I also do like obviously regular life errands as well, just because I have the time to do it. So it's like balancing everything out. So I've started trying to do time blocking for my days. Like I'll write out my like 8 till 8 and align all my tasks in like half-hour or hour chunks to make sure I've got enough time to do everything. But you know, things change. It doesn't always go to plan. But I think it's definitely helping like more than just going into it blind. Like I definitely need to start the day with a to-do list and figure out what I'm going to work on. I think my next phase of everything is just going to be maybe creating like a longer term to-do list, like rather than just going into each week like, right, what am I going to do this week? If I plan out like I'll do this week, that next week, and the week after, like plan a longer term to-do list, and that might help me with getting more things done rather than kind of starting the day being like, I've got a million things I could possibly do, which one am I going to choose? You know what I mean? And I think as well, because like obviously when you're at work you've got deadlines that are given to you, whereas when you're working for yourself you create your own deadlines, and then those deadlines come and go, and then it's like, I think sometimes because it's just like I'm setting arbitrary dates, it's very hard for me to stick to them. So I kind of need to just set a plan in place that's like a longer term system and just work to it, I guess. Which sounds all well and good, but actually sticking to it is proving difficult. But I was gonna like, so when I first released my website a few years ago now, I kind of spent ages trying to get it right before I like made it public. But now that I'm wanting to change my website and it's obviously got a new name now, instead of locking it all down and then changing it all, I've decided I'm gonna just try and spend like an hour a week of time just dedicated to working on my website and updating it. So then, you know, it's going to be public throughout. People can go on and see if it's like it's under works and stuff. But I'd rather it be available and just work on it little by little than have this like all or nothing mentality, which I usually do have with things like an all or nothing thing. But I'm trying to move away from that and just take things a little by little, which is kind of the same with YouTube, I suppose. Like, I've kind of got ideas for YouTube videos, but then I want to do like a weekly vlog, but then I wake up on a Monday and I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel like the right week to do this. And then I keep doing that. Like, I should just commit to it. Like, no matter what I'm doing that week, just do it. It's better to do it and like, what's the saying? It's better to do it, better to have it done than perfect and not done. Something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. Get rid of this like perfectionist attitude that I've had, and just do things and put them out there, because you're only going to learn from actually doing it. Like, the more you sit on an idea, like, it's not going anywhere. You're not learning from it. You're not like gaining from it. It's just sitting there in your head. So it's better to just go for it, learn, or maybe you'll succeed, who knows, than to not have tried at all. Which was kind of like my original thing with like my whole business in general. Like, I've always wanted to sell my art, but as I was doing my degree at the same time, I'd wait till I've done my degree before I start this. And then when I was doing my dissertation year in 2020, obviously it was 2020, so it was lockdown. I actually started. In fact, I started this business in March 2020, right before lockdown, while I was still doing my dissertation. So I can't remember why. I think, again, I just decided to just go for it. I'll just make the Facebook page, make the post. And my idea was that instead of waiting until my business was fully set up and ready to go, I would create the Facebook page and share the like behind the scenes of like setting it up, like what I'm working on, how I'm doing this, so that other people who may be in the same position as me and want to make their own like business could like I don't know if get inspired. I don't know if I want to say they want to get inspired by me, but maybe just like show like if I can do it, like anyone can do it, you know. I'm just figuring things out. Which is why I like watching other small businesses on YouTube or like following them on Instagram, because you learn like how they set things up and like if you've been through similar things. And it's just like, you know, it's just normal people who've had full-time jobs and then slowly add this on the side, and then eventually they go full-time with their business, which would be the dream in future years. But at the minute, just being part-time is like, you know, I'm so happy that I get to do this part-time as it is. So yeah, not vibing with the eyeshadow, as it seems. I also hope I've got enough storage on my phone for this video, because I'm filming on my phone instead of my camera, just because it's kind of like got a better zoom than my camera. My camera doesn't have a zoom. I've just got the Canon V10 PowerShot, which is like a cute little vlogging camera. I keep distracting myself. Yeah, so I'm just trying to move away from this perfectionist all or nothing mentality and just trying things out, which is what is holding me back currently from trying out new media and creating new art prints, because when I create an art print, I want that to be good enough to sell, and not everything I create has to be sellable. Like, I can just create things for creating's sake, which is what I'm like trying to get in my head right now. Which I did do a painting the other week, an acrylic painting of the Canadian Rockies, which again, I had been wanting to do that since we came back from Canada in October 2023, and I've done nothing until last week. So that just shows how long I will sit on things, because I procrastinate. But I feel like making this video is just like holding myself to account and putting myself out there, and then kind of like I'm telling myself I need to stop doing these things, and now everyone else has seen me say this to myself. So if I carry on, you know, putting it out there, so I'm more likely to do something about it, because like, well, I've put this on the internet. And to be honest, I'm probably going to wrap this video up here, because this is the only makeup practice I was going to do for now. Confirmed don't like the base that I've done. I'm going to have to practice this again. Eyeshadow, it's not bad. Could be better, could be worse. Some days your makeup just works with you, some days it works against you, so who knows what it'll be like on Friday. Yeah, I've kind of just prattled on, jumping from subject to subject. I don't know if things have made sense or not, but but yeah, that's just my intentions for like the future of my business and this YouTube channel. I don't know how much I've explained very well there, but it's just kind of for anyone new or doesn't know what the heck's going on with this channel. This is just where I'm at. I'm still figuring. No, I'm just doing videos for business and general life. I definitely want to do more business videos, and I will start doing that. But I think just sitting down and explaining myself has helped maybe clarify things for me, and hopefully it's made things make sense for you as a viewer. So thanks for watching, and thank you if you subscribe and like the videos. I really appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Bye for now.